Hello everybody, this is Bakazombie and welcome back to another Pokemon TCG live video. Today we're going to be looking at a deck that came about because of Surging Sparks. And it's the Pokemon that's featured this season of the TCG Live Battle Pass. I don't know why I air quoted Battle Pass. It is a Battle Pass, what it is. But that is going to be, and I'm gonna apologize ahead of time. This is another one of those Pokemon where I say its name multiple different ways. So let's get that out of the way so you guys are aware of it. Yes, I say it differently every single time, and I don't truly care what the official pronunciation of it is. But that is Archaludon. I already said it so weirdly. I'm like, say it one way, then I like butchered it. Archaludon EX, Archaludon EX, Archaludon, Archaludon. I don't know. There's 1,000 ways I say it. You're gonna hear it different ways every time. But Archaludon. I say Archaludon like the most. Archaludon. EX. This is a big HP Pokemon. It rivals things like Dragapult and Charizard. Not quite as high as them. They're a little bit higher. But Archaludon EX does have 300 HP. Its ability, Assemble Alloy. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may attach up to 2 basic Steel energy cards from your discard pile to your Steel Pokemon any way you like. I forget if Steel is like Electric in this game, where they changed the name of the energy type. I can't remember if it's Metal Energy or Steel Energy. But I'm going to be saying Steel Energy. But then its only attack, Metal Defender for 3 Steel Energy, does 220 damage, which is a weird breaking point. It KOs essentially everything that's not an EX, but does a big chunk to those EXs. And then during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon has no weakness. Now, for the current metagame that we're in, having a Fire-type weakness isn't the worst thing in the world, and getting rid of it isn't a super huge boon. The only Pokemon that's really going to help you with is, like, Radiant Charizard, and, if people are still playing it, I haven't seen it often. What's it called? Sword Guy. I keep wanting to call Baxcalibur. That's not Baxcalibur. That's the dragon. And it's not a Scavalier. It's another sword guy. What's his frickin' name? Cerulege. Cerulege is also fire type, I think, if I remember correctly. I know it's a Stellar Terra, but I think it's fire type. So it'd get rid of your weakness to that, which is actually pretty useful against the Cerulege. And the Radiant Charizard, because the Radiant Charizard isn't able to KO you then. So it's kind of a weird secondary effect, but it does come in handy in certain situations. Now, to go along with the Archaludon EX, we do have Duraludon. I think it is Duraludon. But the main thing about Duraludon, and I was gonna mute Discord notifications. I'm like, no, we'll be fine. And then, of course, sure enough, who's talking to me? Who's talking at me? People talking about... Somebody messaging me about Mothmeta coming back for Overwatch. But anyway, Duraludon, Raging Hammer, does 80 damage and does 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Now, that's not a huge deal for just Duraludon, but we'll get into it in a moment. We have a way to use this attack when we're Archaludon with that huge HP pool. So it is important to note you want to use this Duraludon for this deck. And by the way, if you do want to use this deck or try it out for yourself, the deck list is in the description below, so you can copy paste it into the into TCG Live and play it on there. So with that Duraludon, we do have the Relicanth. So this Relicanth, it's not something you see very often, but it does have a cool ability called Memory Dive. Each of your evolved Pokemon can use any attack from its previous evolutions. You still need the necessary energy to use that attack, which is fine with the Duraludon and the Archaludon because it's the same energy, essentially. The Duraludon's Raging Hammer is 1 colorless, but you're using 3 steel anyway, so that's covered. So yeah, the Relicanth allows you to use that Duraludon's attack while your Archaludon have that huge HP pool. So a little tech card you got in here. But to pair along with the Archaludon, is a steel type from previous sets. This is the Origin Forme Dialga, both the V and the V-Star. I guess we'll look at the V first because the V isn't as important, but it is useful. For its first attack, Metal Coating. Attach up to 2 Steel Energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So this deck does a lot of putting Steel Energy in the discard because it's how you can quickly attach to your Pokemon in play, like the Archaludon. When it evolves, you take 2 Steel Energy out of the discard. This Origin Forme Dialga can also grab from the discard. But the big thing is going to be its V-Star form. With its Metal Burst attack, it does 40 damage for each of your Steel Energy attached to this Pokemon. So you can use Archaludon to not only power itself up, but also to power up Dialgas that are sitting on your bench. And then the baby Dialga can also power up itself. But once you're a big, powered-up bad boy with 5 energies attached, you can use your V-Star power, Star Chronos, which does 220 damage, but also take another turn after this one. Skip Pokemon Checkup. You can't use more than 1 V-Star power in a game. So you do 220 damage. You do all your things. You play your trainers. You play your supporter for the turn. You play your energy for the turn. You do everything you want to do for the turn. Then you use Star Chronos, do 220 damage. And then you just get to straight up take your turn again. So you draw a card, you blah, 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 blah. You play all your trainers, blah, 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 and then you attack. So essentially you can do 440 damage in a turn, but also place 2 supporters, also play 2 energies. So they're really strong V-Star power that doesn't get to be used often because it is such a high energy cost. But the Archaludon is helping you with that. We do have a few extra cards to also help you with that. That we'll be looking at in a moment as well. But we have our supporting mons. We got the Radiant Greninja. This helps us get Steel Energy in the discard for the Archaludon. Lumineon is here to get us the supporter. Fezandipiti, in case we ever do get KO'd, or something smaller like a Duraludon or Relicanth gets KO'd, we get some card draw. And then we have Squawkabilly. This is an early game, get energy in the discard pile kind of Pokemon, and it gets you a new hand. So that is our Pokemon for this deck. And we now move over to the trainers. The big thing, one of the other big, huge cards is Scramble Switch. This is our A-Spec. This is the, for those of you who think it looks weird, this is the Plasma Storm. Plasma Storm, right? I'm looking over there because I have a pack of it, but I can't see it from here. But yeah, Plasma Storm was the first one. It was Plasma Storm, Plasma Freeze, Plasma something else. But anyway, this is actually the set I started playing the TCG, was during Plasma Storm. So Scramble Switch is here in my brain. So I had to grab the original one instead of the new one. But Scramble Switch is your A-Spec. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Then you can move as many energy attached to your old active Pokemon to the new active Pokemon as you like. So this is going to be very helpful for when you're trying to power up the Dialga on the bench and you have an Archaludon active that has 3 energy on it. You can play Scramble Switch and drop those 3 energy to the Dialga as it comes into the active spot to help power it up. So Scramble Switch is going to be our A-Spec. You could run, like, Hero's Cape, I was thinking of as well, because you just make the Archaludon really bulky, but I think Scramble Switch is specifically really good for the Dialga variant, so that's why I have Scramble Switch. We also have 3 Earthen Vessels, help search for our energies. Night Stretchers to grab energies out of the discard when we've put a few too many in there. Nest Balls and Ultra Balls to get our mods. Professor's Research. Again, a deck that can kind of use it because we are looking to discard energies. 2 Ionos, 1 Lacey, 2 Boss's Orders, Counter Catcher, Switch, Pal Pad. Pal Pad is a card I want to put in more decks, but I just don't have the space. So I had space in this one. We got a Pal Pad in there. We have Hisuian Heavy Ball. Make sure we get our Pokemon out of the prize cards. Professor Turo Scenario is really good for picking up those Archaludons that have a ton of damage on them. Or you can use it to pick up a Lumineon once it's done its job. We have full Metal Lab as our stadium. This stadium helps for our steel Pokemon. Both yours and your opponents take 30 less damage from attacks from the opponent's Pokemon. So just makes our steel Pokemon beefier. And then I had 2 spots left for cards, and I couldn't quite figure out what I wanted. And then I just grabbed Powerglass. So Powerglass is a card that I want to be better than it is, but it's kind of hard because it is, it does have the stipulation if your Pokemon has to be in the active spot. So at the end of your turn, after you attack, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, you may attach a basic energy from your discard pile to it. So this is kind of my way of also powering up Dialga passively. Put it in the active spot, or you could put this on the Archaludon and Scramble Switch afterwards. Just power up your Pokemon that's in the active spot with those energy that you've been discarding the whole game. And then we have 9 energy, so a Steel energy. So like if Powerglass isn't working, could drop 2 Powerglass, put 2 energy in there, and I think that might be a little bit better. But I wanted to try the Powerglass. I want Powerglass to be good. And I've kind of toyed around with it, especially in Stellar Pokemon decks, like Stellar Galvantula, the ones that discard energies, but need a lot of energies to deck. Pikachu's another one that I tried to use it with and didn't really work out on Pikachu. But yeah, that is our deck. Again, the deck list is in the description below if you want to try it out for yourself. We're gonna get a few battles here. I'm trying to decide if I like this version of the deck review where we're in TCG Live actually looking at the cards, or if we want to do the Limitless one where the whole deck list is on the screen and then I flash the cards on the screen as I talk about them. I don't know yet. This one's a lot easier for me in editing, but I don't know if I like the presentation of the other one better. Let me know down in the comment section below which version you prefer, if you've watched other videos before. If you haven't watched any of the other videos before, be sure to like and subscribe. We do a new TCG deck every Friday here on the channel, and we also do a lot of other Pokemon and variety content. But yeah, enough shilling my channel. Let's get into some battles. We get to choose the coin toss. We always choose tails. We always lose. We got the nice Archaludon coin, and it fails me. So with this deck, it is kind of a turn 2 deck. Or sorry, go first deck because of the evolutions, but we'll make do with going second here because my opponent does decide to go first. And we do actually start with a pretty decent Pokemon to go second with, and that is the Dialga. As long as we can get some Steel energies in the discard, and it looks like we can at least get 1 in there. Actually, we should be able to get 2, because I can grab a Squawk. We get the Pidgey, so probably Charizard. I don't really see Dragapult anymore. I'm the only one that plays Dragapult still, apparently. But Charizard, of course, survives the test of time. Actually, Area 0 Underdepth, it's probably Terrapagos. The 2 cards where I can't say their names one consistent way. Terrapagos and Archaludon. They're going to Squawk turn 1. And they're going to be able to Rotom Fan too. We're going to Squawk first. Wow. Oh, knock my headset off. They discarded double Turbo Energy and 2 Night Stretchers. They do finally get the Terrapagos out. Do also drop a Dusknoir. Latias EX. I haven't seen Latias EX come up a lot lately. I guess people really like that. No retreat cost for your basics, but it just seems like a free 2 prizer, you know? That doesn't really seem worth it. But who am I to judge? It's Boufflant too. I mean, most Terrapagos are running Boufflant, but it's still annoying, right? Hoot Hoot. Boufflant and another Boufflant. Okay. Well, they only have 2 useless Pokemon on the bench, so they will have to discard something that's useful to them if I get rid of this Area 0. Well, let's see. We pull Hisuian Heavy Ball. Let's play that, see what we got in our prize cards. We do not have any basics. We have 2 Archaludons in there, though. That's kind of upsetting. I almost only played 3 Archaludons. I'm kind of glad we played 2. But we can Nest Ball for Squawk. Where are you? Squawky. Squawkabilly. We can attach a Steel Energy to Dialga. We can Earthen Vessel away a Steel Energy. You know what? I thought about not getting grabbing energy out of the discard, but I think I'm going to. Or grabbing energy from the Earthen Vessel. But I am going to grab them, and I am going to discard them because it will help us with our Archaludon later, right? Okay, we do grab a Scramble Switch too, and we get a Duraludon and an Archaludon, so that's kind of nice. Excuse me. Wow. Excuse me. Gee whiz. Alright, I think we just all-in on Dialga this game, right? So next turn we can Ultra Ball for the V-Star. We can play the Archaludon, get 2 energies out of the discard. It'll be a time. It'll be a time and a half. Don't you worry about it. Well, let's see. How much is this guy doing? I mean, it doesn't matter how much the thing's doing, right? Or does it? I don't have enough time to figure out how much it's doing. Because I could Professor's Research, technically, but I guess it doesn't really help us here. Let's see. Because it's 30 for each of your bench. 30, 60, 90, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200. So I think it can only do 200. Is that right? 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210. Yeah, I did math wrong. 240. 240 minus 20. Yeah, it's going to be able to KO me here. That kind of sucks. It kind of sucks, but the alternative was Professor's Researching. And it would have got rid of my Archaludon, which I don't know that I necessarily care for. Because I could have Professor's Research to try and get the Full Metal Lab. Or Full Metal Gym, whatever it's called. Full Metal Lab. To try and break down the Area 0. But the Noctowl would have grabbed another one. I just don't know that they would have been able to get their bench big enough. But yeah, the core. Yeah, they had a core tenacity too, so they could have gotten the energy and the Area 0 no matter what. And they have another Area 0 here. But oh gosh, it's moments like this. I almost put Defiance Band in this deck, and that would have actually been really clutch for us here because we would have been able to KO this Terrapagos next turn. But here we are, not having that luxury. I'm gonna have the Pidgeot search for something. I thought the Pidgeot already searched, so I'm interested to see what they're going for. We're gonna get the Prime Catcher. Okay, they're going after the Duraludon. I'm actually not upset by that. I'd rather they kill the Duraludon than the Palkia here. Maybe. No. No, because I don't get enough energy onto Dialga this turn, right? I don't get enough energy onto Dialga this turn. But no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm thinking of doing the big attack, but I can still little attack with Dialga, so I'm not super upset by this. Hey, there it is. I don't even have to Ultra Ball for it. So yeah, let's evolve. Let's put down Radiant. I'm actually going to Ultra Ball to get rid of Scramble Switch and Archaludon. And grab Pheasant. Play Pheasant. Professor's Research. Grab 7 new cards. Get another Dialga. I can Full Metal. I know they have the one in their hand, but this just cuts down their bench. And like I said, they have to get rid of one Mon that they kind of want, right? And they got rid of the Noctowl, which I guess that makes sense. The Noctowl's done. Noctowl's done what it needs to have been done. I could put down another Dialga. Steel Energy. How much am I doing right now? 40, 80, 120, 160, 200. Again, Defiance Band, man. Maybe I dropped the power glasses for the Defiance Band. Oh, I can still Pheasant here. I'm like, I want to get a Duraludon going, but I don't necessarily want to discard all this stuff. So yeah, here we go, Nest Ball. I was gonna say, is Nest Ball gonna play, or what are we thinking? So now I can grab another Duraludon. Oh, and you know what? I don't even do that much to the Terrapagos as I think because of the Bouffalons. So, how do I want to do this? Yeah, let's put down another Dialga. I guess we just attack, or do I want to counter catcher up a Bouffalant? I'm gonna counter catcher up the Boof. Da Boof. And then we'll Metal Blast. Get rid of the Bouffalant. And then pull up a prize card. We get a second Archaludon. Like, it's probably pretty easy for them to get that Bouffalant back. But I had to go for something, right? They're going to get rid of the full Metal Lab. Fair enough. Then they're going to play down a Hoot and an Archaludon. Excuse me. And then they're going to Iono, which kind of sucks because we had the Archaludons. The only two Archaludons. Now both Archaludons are on the bottom of our deck. We do have the Lacey. We have a Steel Energy. I do have Pal Pads as well. Ultra Ball. For whom? Whomst. Get rid of the Feather Ball and the Ultra Ball. For the Dust Noir. Do they have the rare candy? Excuse me. I assume they would. Otherwise you wouldn't waste your time searching out for Dust Noir right now. Nest Ball. For Pheasant. So the Pheasant's going to try and get the rare candy then. They must not have it. Yep, flip the script. Because they need that Dust Noir to KO Dialga here. Put down Terrapagos. Quick search. Oh, the Pidgeot can grab it. I forgot the Pidgeot was over there, man. I hate playing against Terrapagos. I'm not going to lie to y'all. Rare candy into the Dust Noir. Sure enough. Curse Blast. I can grab a card. I'm just trying to think here. Switch it up. So I can get 3 energy onto Dialga this turn. That's not enough. And I don't even guarantee that I get either of my Pokemon I need here. I think at this point in the game, unfortunately, because we're just so far behind, I have to invest into another Dialga. I can full metal them again, and this time they have to get rid of Pokemon that they want, which is nice. So first and foremost, Steel Energy on the Dialga. I'm going to Pal Pad to put in the one supporter I have there. Mostly I just wanted to sort. I wanted a sorting machine here. Put down another Duraludon. Play a full Metal Lab. See what they discard. Probably discard the Bouffalant at this point, right? Unless you're like hoping to get your... Yeah, got rid of the Bouffalant and the Hoot, which the Hoot being gone is kind of okay for me. And now I think I Lacey. Oh, I get a big 8 off the Lacey too, which is nice. Actually, I'm gonna... No, I'll Pheasant second. Let's Lacey. We grab a bunch of garbage. Let's Powerglass. Let's flip the script on them. See if I don't have to waste my Ultra Balls. Oh, I have to waste my Ultra Ball. So right there is still a Dialga in here. A big boy Dialga. There is. Yes, Ultra Ball. Oh, I've got to get both Dialga and Archaludon. With these Ultra Balls, which kind of blows. Let's grab the Dialga first. Actually, if I can get 2 Archaludons here. I should be able to, though. Oh, was this one placed down this turn? We'll find out when we get this first Archaludon. So I need an Ultra Ball to get rid of Professor's Research and Professor's Research. This game is lagging. Let's grab the Archaludon. Yeah, I can only play on the one, so I don't have to waste time grabbing another Archaludon here. Assembly Aloy. Alloy, not Aloy. That's a Horizon. Alright, so I don't get enough to KO this Terrapagos, but as of right now, this Terrapagos can't really do anything about me either. So let's just go for the Metal Blast. So again, not enough to KO, but we get to attach a Steel Energy. And then next turn we can go for our V-Star move. Which will be nice. Okay. I also have to think about how I'm going to attach energy here, because this Dialga isn't going to be around forever between these 2 Terrapagos. So I'll probably KO the Terrapagos. Hopefully. Unless they kill me dead. They might get rid of my full Metal Lab here. But energies. We have 3 in the discard. We have 4 on the field. So there's 2 more energies hanging around. So I can grab that with Earthen Vessel. Actually, one of them is in here, I think. One of them's in the prize cards. So. Kiss. I'm gonna have to power up an Archaludon next. I'm gonna power up an Archaludon next. I'll get 1 energy attached to the Dialga. And then start powering up an Archaludon so I can use the Star Chronos. Because we can start Chronos to KO the Terrapagos, and then it's just going to do damage to something else. And, okay, they're going to boss order. Never mind. They pull up the Radiant Greninja, which is fine. I'm not too worried about the Radiant Greninja here. If I beat down, they'll KO. That's fine. And actually, I haven't played any bosses yet, so I might be able to pull off something here. I only need 4 more prize cards. Actually, hold on. We might win this here. As long as we can find our boss's orders. Look at that, gang! We can also Pheasant. Okay, cool. So now I can Ultra Ball to get rid of Nest Ball, Professor's Research. Go away. Grab Archaludon. Evolve this Duraludon. And actually, I could just go full ham on the Dialga here. Because I don't have to attack with Star Chronos on my second turn. I could just Metal Blast. Then we can Night Stretcher for that last one that's in there. That last Steel Energy. And then attach. And then Earthen Vessel. We're going to drop the Professor's Research. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Yeah. And grab... No energies. There's no energies left. So 7. So 2 of them are in the prizes. Interesting. Interesting maneuver. Alright, so now we Star Chronos, which will destroy the Terrapagos. Getting us 2 prize cards. I hope one's a Steel Energy. Actually, it doesn't matter if it's a Steel Energy or not, because I can just pull up anything. Yeah, the Pidgeot's going to come in. And I can Steel Energy. How much does this do? Oh, Metal Blast. Metal Blast actually KOs the Pidgeot, too. So I don't need to boss orders. I can just attack. That worked out! Didn't even need the boss's orders. We didn't really get to use Archaludon in that match, but the Archaludon's abilities really helped us there. So we were able to pull out the first one against Terrapagos. That's kind of clutch, not going to lie. So I'm going to check to see if anything is running in the background on my PC, because Pokemon TCG Live is lagging, and I don't want it to keep doing that because it's scaring me. So yeah, we'll be back in just a moment with another battle. Alright, we always choose tails, we always lose. I think I got a bot. I either got a bot or somebody that just has a lot of numbers in their name for some reason. Do you want to go first? We actually win the coin flip. Let's go first this time. I did also find out we went against somebody who was AFK before this, so I just cut it out. But I did find out that there he is. Squawkabilly is actually pretty good for this deck as well, because of its attack. Motivate, you can attach 2 basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, so that is an option if you just start with Squawkabilly. I'm not going to do that this time, but we are gonna be using the Squawk and Seas, obviously. Let's see what my opponent's playing. They have the Teal Mask Ogerpon. We can attach a Steel Energy to our Duraludon. We can play down Squawkabilly. We can Squawk and Seize to discard this hand, so we do get a Steel Energy in our discard, which is nice. We can Nest Ball for somebody. Do we have a Steel Energy? We do. So let's Nest Ball for Radiant Greninja. Let's conceal cards. I'm gonna grab Dialga here too, I think. Yeah, let's grab Dialga. I hate that we're gonna have to discard Scramble Switch again. That's essentially what's gonna happen here. Yeah, we'll just end the turn. We'll just end the turn and see what my opponent pulls out here. Ogerpon is one of those ones where it's usually with Raging Bolt. Oh, it's Regidrago. I was going to say, it's either Raging Bolt or Regidrago. But it is such a versatile card, it can go into a lot of decks. But we do, unfortunately, face off against Regidrago here, which is one of my least favorite matchups. I have a few least favorite matchups. I guess technically it's just decks to play against, because it's not necessarily the deck I'm playing that I don't like playing against them. But Regidrago's one of them. I hate playing against Regidrago. And Raging Bolt. I hate playing against those two decks. We're going to see Teal Mask, or Teal Dance. We're going to dance around. We won't see the V-Star Regidrago yet this turn, which is nice. But they already have a Giratina V-Star in the discard. Which I think you can only Lost Impact. I think you can't Star Requiem because the effect of the attack is actually part of the attack, not the Pokemon. So you need 10 cards in the Lost Zone to do that. You can see Professor's Research to drop the Goodra, so they have the Goodra in the discard now too. Hold up, okay. So something we could actually do next turn, we would have to either top deck Archaludon or Ultra Ball. And we could actually just KO that Regidrago next turn, which would be really nice. But if not, then I'm going to have to Professor's Research, which kind of sucks. And there are energy switching too, which is... They're energy switch both of them. I really, really, really want to get Archaludon here. Squawk and Seas is going to discard one of their V-Star Regidragos. They do also get their Dragapult in there. But they also get rid of a superior energy retrieval. A lot of cards being discarded that they would like to have. I mean, I guess 2 only are getting discarded that they'd like to have. Okay, they put down a second Regidrago, but we can get rid of a ton of their energy. They do diversify where the energies are, at least. Lumineon, not what I wanted to see. But we can conceal cards to get rid of the steel energy. Frick. Alright, well, let's put down the full Metal Lab at least. Do I use Lumineon? What do I get from Lumineon? Nothing really worth it. I guess Lacey, but Lacey has only 4 cards right now, and I kind of need more than that. Because I'd like to keep, like, Scramble Switch and Boss around, but I think we have to progress the research here, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. And we don't even get the Archaludon. That really sucks. Let's Pal Pad both of our boss's orders back, at least. Gosh, Mickey. What do we do? Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. I thought it was last game that I would have had to discard an Archaludon turn 1, and I didn't end up having to. But I wish that was this game. I do have a bunch of steel energies in the discard, so I'm grab 1 and throw it on this. Do I put it on the Archaludon or do I put it on the Dialga? We might need a Dialga here. Just thinking out loud and trying to decide where to put the steel energy. Yeah, let's put it on Dialga. And then I'll do Hammer in, haha! Yeah, we're not getting Archaludon at all on that second turn was really bad. Like, it already kind of sucked that we didn't have it off the top deck, but not getting it off the Professor's Research was just actually detrimental to this game. They put up the Jamming Tower, which isn't a huge deal. It only affects our Powerglass, the Power Hourglass. We can see a Teal Dance. They did Earthen Vessel to get 2 grass energies. I just kind of have to hope they don't get Regidrago somehow. Be very surprised if they don't. Or like a fire energy. Or 2 energy switches. I mean, they'd only need 1 energy switch, right? Because they could take the fire energy from the other Regidrago. I see another Earthen Vessel, though, so they will be able to get the energy they need for their Regidragos. They just get 1 singular fire energy. And attach. And I can't see what that is. Professor's Research. So, I assume now they have Regidrago. There's no way, right? There's no way. Nest Ball. For whomst? For another Ogre Pawn. Earthen Vessel. Get rid of Alolan Executor. They're smart. They're running the Alolan Executor. I love to see it. Teal Dance. They have, like, no cards left. They have to have a Regidrago at this point. The V-Star, I should say. If they don't, bad luck, I guess. Don't discard your Regidragos. Or a way to get back your Regidrago. Okay, they are going to withdraw, so I can only assume they have the V-Star. They're just not playing it right away, I guess. They Dragon Laser. They still don't have their Regidrago? Dragon Laser only does a little bit to somebody on the bench, right? 30 damage. Okay, cool. Cool. I could... I'm going to put on my Duraludon because it's less likely I get enough energy on a V-Star Dialga to KO this thing. Ooh, when we pull the Archaludon up. We have 2 Steel Energies in the... We have 3. We can kill their Regidrago that has all the energy on it. Gang, it's looking possible. With Popsicle, it's possible. Do I Earthen here? Do I Earthen here? Let's Pheasant first. Okay, get Relicanth. I'm gonna Night Stretcher for the last energy. I'm just trying to decide if it's worth it to Iono them. Brings them down to 5 cards, but these cards seem to really useless, right? But maybe they're useful later? I'm gonna Iono. I'm gonna Iono. Okay, we do grab a couple power glasses and the full Metal Lab so I can get rid of that jamming tower. I can also concealed cards. Grab another Archaludon and a Boss Orders. I'm gonna Ultra Ball to get rid of an Ultra Ball and a Powerglass. To grab Duraludon. Play Duraludon. Scramble Switch Weave discard, right? Let me look at my damn discard pile. Yes, we did. I'm gonna put Powerglass on this Dialga. It's probably not gonna come into play, but I mean, it's there now. And then I can Metal Defender, just KO this Regidrago. And we know they've already played 2 energy switches. And they've gotten rid of 1 energy retrieval. Superior energy retrieval. They played 3 energy switches? Or they discarded 1 and played 2. So that's 1 less option for them to get this Regidrago powered up, at least. Well, no, I guess it's not, because if they evolve, they can use their V-Star power. There it is. I Iono'd them into that. Or they top-decked it. They were going to get it this turn. I can only assume, though. But they can use their V-Star power to grab multiple things. But they can't KO this Archaludon. Is the big thing here. Well, they can Prime Catcher, I guess, and KO my poor Dialga. My poor little baby Dialga. Did nothing wrong. Just trying to think. Like, I'm not too upset by them being able to set up this turn. Because they're leaving my Archaludon alive, which is good for me in the long run. So I can power up that one, and I can power up a second one. They get rid of their Radiant Zard. There's the energy switch. I forget that Regidrago just doesn't care when it discards things because it can use its V-Star. We're gonna Teal Dance again here. Then they withdraw. Retreat. Now they have their Regidrago out. I just wonder what it's going to use for its attack. If it wants to KO, it can't use Goodra's, right? Because Goodra does 100. Is that right, or does it do 220? What the frick does Goodra do again? It always surprises me how it does 200. Okay, so it can do that. It always surprises me how much damage Goodra does. Yeah, I would think you would use that because, like, using Dragapult, you don't KO anything off the bench, and it's going to take like 2 turns to do that. So I'd be very surprised if that's what they decide to do. So you think you just go Goodra so you don't... So it takes longer to KO you. Well, actually, no. Goodra doesn't KO Dialga here. Because of the full Metal Lab. I wonder if they're aware of that. I think they have to go for Executor. Yeah, they went for Executor. And they do hit it. They do KO the Dialga. Which kind of sucks, but also... Oh yeah, no, I'd rather they KO'd something off the bench. But we bring in the Archaludon now. Counter Catcher is not really useful for me right now. I can Pheasant here. I kind of want to... Concealed. I want to get... I was trying to get the Professor... Well, I was going to say, I can Lumineon, but that defeats the point. I'm trying to get the Professor Turo scenario so I can pick up Squawk. So it's not a issue anymore. I put down another Archaludon. Attach twice. You know what? I am going to grab the Dialga. I thought about this after I did that play. I should have grabbed the Dialga first and powered it up instead of the Archaludon, but here we are. Now I could Lacey, I guess. Because I'd get 8. Yeah, so let's Lacey. Okay, we do grab this Dialga. I haven't attached an energy for the turn, so let's Earthen Vessel. And we will get rid of... Professor's Research. No. Let's get rid of Ultra Ball. Grab 2 Steel Energies. Put one down on Dialga. And then we can Metal Defender. Metal Defender. I mean, my opponent's current play is to essentially boss orders twice. They want to pull up either Pheasant or Squawk and KO it, and then KO the Greninja after that. Because they're not going to get through Archaludon. I mean, they could pull up Dialga too, but Dialga's also harder to KO. They do the Legacy Star now. And they do get Kyurem, but Kyurem's not going to KO anything here. Well, they essentially got to start powering up another Regidrago, because I KO this Regidrago this turn, then what do they do? I think I kind of screwed over the Dialga, because I'm not... Yeah, there's the boss orders they need. They're going to pull up Dialga, that's fine. I mean, I shouldn't have even invested in the Dialga, right? Because there's no way I get to 5 energies on it at this point in the game. Especially with 2 Archaludons already out. So... yeah. Oh, they're just going to attack. Okay. You can't use Goodra again. You have to go for Executor or the Giratina. Yeah, I mean, what do you do at this point now, right? I guess you could bosses for, and KO with a Teal Dance, maybe? I'm gonna Pheasant, because I'm gonna see if I can, what am I looking for? What am I doing with Pheasant? None of that. Iono. Iono was what I was gonna try for. Have I played both my Ionos? I've only played one. So there's another one somewhere. I just don't know where. Relicanth doesn't help me here. Oh, shoot. I was gonna concealed cards. Okay, we don't get what I need. But I can Professor Turo. I'm actually going to pick up Greninja. Because Greninja is the lowest HP, and they probably go after it. Do I bother KOing the Regidrago, or do I grab one of these guys? I think I have to KO the Regidrago. Yeah, let's just do that. Metal Defender, KO the Regidrago. If my opponent has a boss orders and like 2 energies for their Ogre Pawns, I don't even know. Did they KO Squawk? Because it's 30, 60, 90, 120. That's not enough to KO any of the Pokemon on the field. Radiant Zard is, though. But Radiant Zard... Do you have a boss? Do you need a boss's orders to win here? Because I'm not weak to Radiant Charizard anymore. I'm not weak to you anymore! You gotta have the bosses. They're probably like, why doesn't this do enough damage? It's because of Archaludon. Archaludon's attack. They are gonna deck themselves out here. But they need a boss's orders, so they might as well do it, right? Do you have it? I'm thinking no. Iono, so they don't deck themselves out. So that's fine. I mean, it's less fine because I don't have my boss's orders anymore, which is kind of what I need there, but they also don't seem to have anything, so I just... Yeah, the Combustion Blast, which only does 220. And they shouldn't have a way to KO me here. And I top deck the boss's orders anyway. Bosses, give me that frickin' Squawk. And then I can... Come here. Metal Defender. Whew! Archaludon. It's just so hard to KO Archaludons. And it makes it... Like, it's just like the VGC. It's so hard to KO Archaludons that they just kind of win because they're there. Whoo, baby! I'm glad... Well, I guess it didn't really matter if I pulled up the, if I had KO'd the Regidrago or the Ogerpon at that point, because they didn't have enough energy to attach to Regidrago. Or maybe they would have, because they had the grass energy that they teal danced with. And they probably had another grass energy. So I think it was better just getting rid of the Regidrago, but... Yeah, we got 2 wins so far. I don't know. How long has this video been, gang? Do we want to do a third? It's already been an hour. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. We always do 3, right? We're going to do one more. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to like, because this is going to be a longer video, so we got to get that. We got to get that engagement. So, we're going to do one more. All right, we always do tails. We always lose. Let's go. We get the tails. So let's go first again. Let's try this out. You'll go first. I knew. I chose to. Alright, we mulligan. Beautiful, beautiful. And they also mulligan. They're playing a dragon. I wonder if they're playing Dragapult. Or is it Regidrago again? We'll see in a minute. This might just be Lost. It is Lost Zone. Lost Zone Giratina, huh? Alright, cool. In 2024? My 2024? Squawkabilly lead. So we are going to be able to do the Motivate strategy here, I think. It's just if we decide to... Are we going to decide to sacrifice our Squawk, right? Alright, it is in fact my turn. We're going to pull a Duraludon, so we can Duraludon. We can Nest Ball for... Dialga. We can Nest Ball for Greninja. We can attach a Steel Energy to Dialga. Attach a Powerglass to Dialga. Probably should have attached that to... Actually, that would have been a better play. I didn't think about it, though. We could attach it to Squawkabilly, and then at the end of the turn, Squawkabilly, we get an energy so we can retreat next turn, but here we are. Concealed cards. Discard a Steel Energy, grab an Archaludon and Professor's Research. I hate that I'm going to have to squawk and seize these. But here we are. Now we have our Origin Form. We have another Duraludon. And I think that is the end of that. Not great, but it is what we're running with here. So let's see. They do have the Comfey, so they can do their flower selecting right away. They're going to Buddy for probably 2 more Comfeys. Yep. The Giratina version doesn't really run anything else that Buddy works with. I guess most Lost Zone variants don't run with anything that Buddy can work with other than Comfey. I just am used to... Oh, they throw away Cramorant. Okay. I'm just usually used to Dragapult Lost Box, because that's what I played. So I'm used to being able to grab Dreepies with the Buddy, but... Squawk, yeah, you get rid of Squawk. I guess, I mean, you could have used Squawk here, but you don't really need to. They have the Comfey trio running. Drop another. Drop another. Nest Ball, don't even have to look, saw that as it flew past. Giratina's going to be coming in. I would love to get Duraludon, or Archaludon. I would need an energy. Oh, what just happened? Oh, there we go. They got the counter watch, the yokai watch, counter gain. And then they just got every card. I got none of the ones I wanted. I got some of the cards I wanted. And they have the Latias now, so they don't have to worry about switching the Comfeys. Latias is actually good in this. Hold on. I like Latias in Lost Zone, because you're flopping the Comfeys around. And now you can bring your Giratina and Abyss Seeking. Latias actually kind of goated in here, but they don't switch it. Alright. I can evolve into Dialga. I'm gonna Nest Ball just because I don't know what else to do with it. Duraludon, Lumineon, or Relicanth. Or Fezandipiti, I should say. I don't necessarily want to grab Pheasant yet, so I'm gonna grab Duraludon. So I have 3 Duraludons, and then I Professor's Research. We do get a full Metal Lab, a couple Steel Energy. We do get our Switch, which is nice. Hisuian Heavy Ball. I don't think there's anything in there. Okay, there is, actually. Let's grab the Dialga. Let's conceal cards. We kind of need to hit the Archaludon off this concealed cards. We don't. Surprise, surprise, we do not. I could KO the Comfey here. This is what I'm going to do. I don't want to, like, be passive and give them an extra turn here, so I'm going to have full Metal Lab. So the Giratina, it can't kill us with its big attack. The VSTAR attack, that's its 280. And then I attached an energy for the turn. I use concealed cards. So I'm just going to... Oh, yeah, that's right. It's weak to steel. Metal Blast. Get rid of one of their Comfeys. And I can get a prize card. I get the Duraludon. They're going to bring in their Comfey, and I get a Steel Energy attached to the Dialga. There's one more Steel Energy in the discard. And I can Earthen Vessel for 2, so theoretically next turn I can Star Chronos. They are going to bring in the other Comfey. Why would you even play the Switch? You got the Latias. You can just... I guess you don't want to use up your retreat yet, right? Because you can only retreat once a turn, even if it is free. And they're going to switch cards into, I assume, a Giratina. And Giratina Abyss Seeking or Evolve. Here comes the Giratina. If you don't evolve... Okay, they're gonna shred maybe? Oh no, they're not. Or they are, because they can counter gain here. If you don't evolve a Giratina here though, if you don't evolve a Giratina, I might just kill both of them. If I can get the perfect turn in this next turn, that is. Okay. Drop a Jet Energy and another Giratina V. Did you get your V-Star? And you only have 9 in the Lost Zone. You can still retreat, too, for the turn. If you didn't get the V-Star, because of the Latias. Here's the Psychic Energy attached to the other Giratina. They're going to Mirage Gate again. For the Grass Energy on the Giratina in the back. Do-ka-do-do. I'm really hoping that we pull off the big Star Chronos next turn and they don't evolve either of these Giratinas and I get my boss orders. They are just going to shred. Cool. One boss orders is in the discard pile. We pull up another Origin Forme Dialga VSTAR. So what I can do here, Earthen Vessel to drop. I mean, I'm going to end up dropping all these anyway, right? So I'm going to grab Duraludon, grab 2 Steel Energies. Let's conceal cards one of them. I do grab an Archaludon, which is what I needed. So, Steel Energy there. Evolve into Archaludon. Assemble Alloy. Come here. Come here. And then we can attach 1 to Dialga here. And I'm going to attach 1 to the Archaludon. Because if this all works out, we'll hopefully just win this. So, we're going to Professor's Research. Sad hand to Professor's Research, but we are. We don't get the boss's orders, but I do have a Pal Pad. So I can, in fact, put one of the boss's orders back in and Professor Turo. There's not enough Steel Energies in my discard yet, so I'm going to Ultra Ball to get rid of a Steel Energy and Relicanth. And grab, I guess, Pheasant. Alright, let's see what we can do here. So, Star Chronos. KO that Giratina. Grab 2. Scramble Switch. Get a Steel Energy to attach to Dialga. Alright, we need a top deck of boss's orders. Arceus is with us today. Boss orders up that Giratina. Come here. Come here, child. Not really worth Archaludoning. Well, we can Earthen Vessel, I guess. Get rid of... Oh, they're just going to concede. Yeah! That Dialga is just ripping things apart. I love it. So... that's going to be the video. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe. Again, can't say that enough because all the support really does help. And thank you to everybody who has been supporting the channel so far. It's been amazing. I've been loving doing content again. For those of you who don't know, we used to do content a long time ago. I stopped doing it on a different channel. And I stopped doing it because I just kind of got bored with it. And then I eventually came back to it with a little pushing from some friends. And I've been loving it. So... and thank you guys so much for supporting my hobby. But yeah, again, if you want to check the deck out for yourself, the deck list is in the description below. So you can copy paste that into TCG Live, try it out for yourself. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. So have a good night, everybody.